Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 12, Unit 1. God sees the truth but waits. Written by Leo Tolstoy. English explanation. Part 2. Dear children, in the previous episode, we were talking about that he was like a judge, like a master. He was the grandfather. He was given another one name, saint. And the pathetic situation was no news reached Aksinov from home. And he was eagerly waiting to know about his wife and children. So in that situation, one day, a fresh gang of convicts came to the prison. So, another one fresh gang of convicts came to the prison. In the evening, the old prisoners collected around the new ones and asked them what towns or villages they came from. So they were all fresh newcomers, from different parts. They might have committed some mistake and they are all gathering together. So they were all discussing like newcomers and old people, or freshers and seniors. So seniors were asking, hey, from where are you coming? What mistake did you do? How, why, what? All the things. And what they were sentenced for. Among the rest, Aksinov sat down near the newcomers and listened with downcast air to what was said. But he is not at all interested to listen to all that stuff. Aksinov was sitting quietly downcast. One of the new convicts, a tall, strong man of 60, with a closely cropped grey beard, was telling the others what he had been arrested for. In that, one fellow was little strong, very tall, very hefty boy. He was going on telling about how he was arrested. Well, friends, he said, I only took a horse that was tied to a sledge. You know why? Because all are telling one chance, and now when his turn came, he is trying to express how he was arrested. He is telling that I didn't do big mistake and all. I just took a horse which was tied to a sledge. Sledge means in the snow-covered area, the horse will run. That one, sledge. And I was arrested and accused of stealing. And they put me that I have stolen that one. I said I had only taken it to get home quicker and had then let it go. See, I'm not stealing here. I'm just taking the horse for some purpose. I want to go home for an important matter. So I'll go home and I'll leave the horse. I do not want it. Moreover, besides, the driver was a personal friend of mine. And you know one thing, that owner I know very well. So that is why I'm using this horse. I'm not going to steal it. So I said, it is all right. No, said they. No, that and all we don't know. You have stolen. Now that's all. You stole it. But how or where I stole it, they could not say. So they don't know. Simply they arrested. I once really did something wrong and ought to be rights to have come here long ago. You know one more thing? This is small mistake only. But earlier I committed a big thing. That and all they left it all. But that time I was not found out. Now I have been sent here for nothing. So earlier I committed a big crime. Very big. But that time and all they didn't find me and they just left me, ignored me. Yeah, but it is lies, I am telling you. I have been to Siberia before, but I did not stay long. Earlier I have been to Siberia. Earlier also, once again I have come, but I didn't stay there for a long time. Where are you from? Asked someone. So in that time, one voice coming. Where are you? From where are you coming? From Vladimir. My family are of that town. My name is Makar. And they also call me Semyonich. Actually, my name is Makar, so some of them will call me Semyonich. I am coming from Vladimir. Aksinov raised his head and said, tell me, Semyonich, do you know anything of the merchants Aksinov of Vladimir? Are they still alive? Now he himself is asking, Aksinov is asking, my dear, are you coming from Vladimir? Do you know one fellow Actually, now his family, wife, two children, are they still alive? How are they? Do you know anything about them? Know them? Of course, I do. The Axinos are rich, though their father is in Siberia. I heard that Axino is in Siberia. He is like a sinner, like ourselves, like how we are all culprits or we convicts like us. He is also a sinner like us. He is in Siberia, it seems. I think so. As for you, granddad, how did you come here? Okay, the way you look and the way you sit and talk and all, you seem to be a good person. My dear grandfather, how did you come here? What mistake did you do? Aksinov did not like to speak of his misfortune, his bad luck. So he is already depressed, disappointed, no? He didn't talk anything at all. He only sighed. Sigh means taking deep breath and said, "For my sins, I have been in prison these 26 years. So these are all my misfortune. These are all my bad luck. So for this, I am here for 26 years." "What sins?" asked Makar Semyonich. Okay, he's telling, simply don't tell sins. What sin? What mistake did you do? But Aksinov only said, well, I must have deserved it. He would have said no more. But his companion told the newcomers how Aksinov came to be in Siberia, how someone had killed a merchant and had put the knife among Aksinov's things, and Aksinov had been unjustly condemned. Though he didn't tell, all the juniors told everything about him. You know one thing, he didn't commit any mistake, but somebody killed one merchant and put the blood-stained knife in Aksinov's bag, and thus police arrested him like that. And had put the knife among Aksinov's things, and Aksinov had been unjustly condemned, because there is no justice at all. With the unjust manner, he was punished, condemned. When Makar Semyonich heard this, he looked at Aksinov, slapped his own knees. Okay, knees means, so he was, slapping his own knees and exclaimed, "Well, this is wonderful, really wonderful. But how old you've grown, granddad." And see the expression? The moment he came to know that Aksinov's misfortune or his all these problems, he is so happy, something like that, he's laughing. "Oh my God, really wonderful, wonderful." And he is tapping his knees. The others asked him why he was so surprised and where he had seen Aksinov before. And all other members, they asked, "Sir, how do you know? This is the first time you're coming this place, and for the first time we are all seeing you. But how come you are seeing as if you have seen earlier, like a familiar image like that? How did you know all these things?" But Makar Semyonich did not reply. He only said, "It is wonderful that we should meet here, lads. Okay, it's really wonderful. It is all God's wish or God's everything that we are meeting in this place." Lads means boys, girls means we call lass. These words made Aksinov wonder whether this man knew who had killed the merchant. So he said, "Perhaps, Semyonich, you have heard of that affair, or maybe you have seen me before." Okay, by now our Aksinov has some doubt. Either this man should have murdered the merchant, or he should know something about the episode, about the previous incident, the murder incident. So he is asking, "Do you know? Have you heard about this affair?" So like that he is asking. How could I help hearing? The world is full of rumors, and it is a long time ago, and I have forgotten what I heard. So long time now, around 26 years ago, all these things happened. So I forgot everything. These are all rumors. Do you think everything they will tell truth? It's not like that. Many rumors are there. I don't remember also, because everything happened a long back. "Perhaps. You heard who killed the merchant?" asked Axie now. Okay, at least do you know who is the culprit? Because he is really suffering a lot without committing any mistake. So he wants to know who has killed him. Makar Semyonich laughed and replied, "It must have been him in whose bag the knife was found." So what, sir, this type of questions and all you're asking? So they have found the knife? No. So in whose bag they found the knife, that person is the culprit. He has killed the person and kept the knife safely in his bag. If someone else hid the knife there, he is not a thief till he is caught. Okay, he is telling that even if somebody else has committed the mistake, unless and until he is caught red-handed, you cannot just like that blame. As the saying is, how could anyone put a knife into your bag while it was under your head? It would surely have woken you up. See, sir, what you are telling? See, it was in your bag. That bag was under your head, and somebody kept your knife in your bag. Means, how is it possible? Don't you think by the time you would have got up or awake? When Axie now heard these words, he felt sure this was the man who had killed the merchant. By now, our Axie now was 100% clear, sure that this Makar Semyonich is the murderer. He rose and went away. He gently got up and slowly went away. All that night, Axie now lay awake. He felt terribly unhappy. Now he came to know the unanswered question, or whom he was searching for these many years. Who killed? Who killed? Who killed? Got the answer. Now the person is just nearby. But he is so unhappy. And all sorts of images rose in his mind. There was the image of his wife as she was when he parted from her to go to the fair. Okay, now all the old flashbacks are just coming in front of him like images, like a flashback. It's one by one coming. Wife, children, the fair, and all the good days, playing guitar, dancing, singing, gay, enjoying. He saw her as if she were present. Her face and her eyes rose before him. He heard her speak and laugh. Okay, just in front of him, he is imagining that she is laughing, talking, enjoying. He heard her speak and laugh. Then he saw his children, quiet little as they were at the time. Okay, now because after 26 years, he did not even see his own children. So how they grew, how much big they grew, how they would be, nothing he knew. So only the small children's image alone is coming in his mind with a little clock on. Okay, one child was wearing a clock. Clock means dress. And another at the mother's breast. So another one child is getting fed by the mother. Mother is feeding the child. Okay, like that. And then he remembered himself as he used to be young and merry. Okay, happy going, merry go boy. He remembered how he sat playing the guitar in the porch of the inn where he was arrested. Even at the time of arrest, that time also, he was playing guitar, enjoying playing, singing. And how free from care and he had been. He saw in his mind the place where he was flogged. Okay, suddenly all the happy things are coming as a flashback, and suddenly now bad things or the negative things. How he was flogged, be beaten up by the people, the executioners, and the people standing around, the chains and the convicts, and the 26 years of prison life, and the premature old age. Premature old age means, if a man is becoming old, and the old age will be reflected in face and hair and all. Okay, but now this man, premature, before becoming really old, he is becoming old. Okay, face and all wrinkles, hair white, leaning, unable to walk properly, unable to stand properly, nose, that sort of all the physical changes. The thought of it all made him so wretched that he was ready to kill himself. He is unable to bear everything. Happy things are also coming in his mind. Bad things are also coming in his mind. He thought, why should I live more? Better I'll kill myself. Better I'll commit suicide. That sort of feelings. And it is all that villain's doing. Who is the cause for all the things? That villain. Who is the villain? Makar Semyonich, thought Aksionov. And his anger was so great against Makar Semyonich that he longed for vengeance. Now he wants to do vengeance. Vengeance means revenge. He wants to take a revenge against, tit for tat. Even if he himself should perish for it. He is ready to die for him. That sort of things. Ready to do. Then also, he kept repeating prayers all night. His mind became so broad that he is unable to go for any sort of revenge or vengeance. He is going on repeating prayers all night, going on praying, God, God, God. But he could get no peace of mind. There is no peace at all, no happiness. During the day, he did not go near Makar Semyonich, nor even looked at him. So daytime came, he very well knew it is only because of him he is suffering, but he did not even look at his face. He did not even go near him. A fortnight passed in this way. Fortnight means 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks are called as fortnight. So 2 weeks passed. So around 15 days over. Aksionov could not sleep at night. He was unable to sleep and was so miserable that he did not know what to do. He was unable to do anything. Don't know what to do. Mind is troubled. One night, as he was walking about the prison, he noticed some earth that came rolling out from under one of the shelves. So one night while he was roaming here and there, walking, he was unable to sleep. No, he saw some sand. Earth means sand. It was just coming out of the shelves on which the prisoners slept. Normally prisoners are sleeping. All others are sleeping except him. Some sand is falling down. He stopped to see what it was. He was just stopping. What is going on? Suddenly, Makar Semyonich crept out from under the shelf and looked up at Aksionov with a frightened face. So all others are sleeping. Makar Semyonich came out and he was frightened, afraid, and is looking at him. Aksionov tried to pass without looking at him. He is hating him, no like anything. So he didn't want to look at him at all. He is just going away, passing him. But Makar seized his hand and told him that he had dug a hole under the wall, getting rid of the earth. Now he told that, you know one thing, I am trying to take out the earth, trying to do some tunnel, something. Okay, like a hole I am trying to do so that we can escape. Getting rid of the earth by putting it into his high boots and emptying it out every day on the road when the prisoners were driven to their work. So when prisoners are going for work, so I'll put all the sand inside my boots and I'll throw it away. Thereby I'm digging this hole. Just you keep quiet, old man, and you shall get out too. So if you keep quiet, you can also get out. I can also get out. We can escape from this prison. If you blab means blabber. If you blabber, in case, by mistake, if you try to tell this matter to the prisoners or the prison jailers, higher officials, definitely they will do something to me. They will definitely going to flag me out. They'll do something. Before that, I will kill you. Aksionov trembled with anger. As he looked at his enemy, he drew his hand away, saying, I have no wish to escape, and you have no need to kill me. You killed me long ago, my dear. I don't want to escape at all. All these 26 years I have been in this jail. It's enough. You spoiled my life. And what is there more to live for me? Okay. So don't catch me. Leave my hand. So he took this hand away and told, I don't want to escape. And I don't want to go at all. Where I'll go? You need not kill me because already you killed me. You killed me long ago. As to telling of you, I may do so or not. as God shall direct. I may tell, I may not tell. That is my wish. According to God's wish, I will do, but it is not according to your wish. Like that, our Aksinov told. Next day, when the convicts were led out to work, the convoy soldiers noticed that one or other of the prisoners emptied some earth out of their boots. Now, okay, they're going to get caught. So they are able to find out. Soldiers came to know something is going on wrong. They are emptying the sand from the prison to outside by using boots. The prison was searched and the tunnel found. So what they did, they searched all the rooms, cells, and they ultimately found out the tunnel. The governor came and questioned all the prisoners to find out who had dug the hole. Now they are coming and asking questions. Who did this? Who did this? I mean, who is the culprit? Who made this tunnel? Everybody kept quiet. They all denied any knowledge of it. Nobody is ready to tell who did this mistake. Everybody knows that. The prisoners, everybody knows, but nobody is ready to point out the fingers. Those who knew would not betray Makar Semyonich, knowing he would be flogged almost to death. If they come to know who is the culprit, you know what will happen. They will surely beat him, thrash him, flog him. At last, the governor turned to Aksinov, whom he knew to be a just man, and said, okay, now the governor told, okay, I don't believe other people, but I have great trust on you. I believe you. I have a lot of faith in you. So you are a good boy. You are a gentleman. You are a nice person. You didn't commit any mistake. Please tell me. You are a truthful old man. Tell me before God, who dug this hole? My dear, tell me. You tell me. You know very well. Makar Semyonich stood as if he were quite unconcerned. The real criminal who murdered the merchant once now made the tunnel. He is simply standing as if he didn't do any mistake, looking at the governor and not so much as glancing at Aksinov. He didn't even look at Aksinov. Just like that normal person, he is standing. Aksinov's lips and hands trembled. Trembled means shaking, shivering. And for a long time, he could not utter a word. He thought, why should I screen him who ruined my life? Now, why should I screen him? Why should I show everything to him? I mean, they will be definitely going to do something. Why should I? Let him pay for what I have suffered. Let him pay. Why should I point my fingers to him? But if I tell, they will probably flog the life out of him. So if I tell a word, Makar Semyonich dug the tunnel, that's all. Okay. But he didn't tell. And maybe I suspect him wrongly. But I can't immediately come to a conclusion that he only murdered that person. No. So there is no proof or evidence or anything like that. This is only one doubt or suspect. And after all, what good would it be to me? Even if I tell, point out to him, he will get beating, thrashing, whatever. What am I going to get? What is my benefit? I am not going to be benefited in any manner. So why should I point my fingers to him? Well, old man, repeated the governor, tell me the truth. Who has been digging under the wall? Okay, tell again and then. They are compelling him. But he didn't tell at all. Aksinov glanced at Makar Semyonich and said, I cannot say, Your Honor, it is not God's will that I should tell. Sir, I can't tell. God's will is not to tell. I am not going to tell. Do what you like with me. I am your hands. Whatever you want, you can do. I am not going to tell. Like that, plainly, simply, very frankly, he told. However, much the governor tried, Aksinov would say no more. However, the governor tried, Aksinov never opened his mouth. And so, the matter had to be left. So, no criminals, told the answer. Even our Aksinov also didn't tell. That night, when Aksinov was lying on his bed and just beginning to doze, someone came quietly and sat down on his bed. So that night, he was going to bed and he was about to sleep, about to doze, sleeping. He peered through the darkness and recognized Makar. That time, somebody was coming and sitting on his bed. Okay, caught. Somebody is coming to sitting on the bed. And he recognized, who is this fellow? What more do you want of me? He recognized that is Makar Semyonich and is asking, what do you want? Asked Aksinov. Why have you come here? Makar Semyonich was silent. He didn't speak for some time. And I'm talking about the villain, okay? So Aksinov sat up and said, what do you want? Go away, or I will call the guard. My dear, please get out. Go away. I don't want to see your face at all. Makar Semyonich bent close over Aksinov and whispered, Ivan Timurich, forgive me, my dear sir. Ivan Timurich, please forgive me. Pardon me, okay? Or I apologize. All sorts of words he's telling. What for? Asked Aksinov. It was I who killed the merchant and hid the knife among your things. He is accepting now. He is revealing the truth. I only killed the merchant and hid the knife among your things. I meant to kill you too. I was about to kill you also. But I heard some noise outside. So I hid the knife in your bag and escaped out of the window. Do you remember, children? Actually, the door was locked from inside. So I went through the window. Aksinov was silent and did not know what to say. Now it's clear, no? Who killed the merchant? But he doesn't know what to tell. Makar Semyonich slid off the bed shelf and knelt upon the ground. Ivan Timurich, said he, forgive me, for the love of God. Forgive me. I will confess that it was I who killed the merchant, and you will be released and can go to your house. He's telling, please forgive me, because that burden of that thing is inside my heart for 26 years, because I killed him and I'm living free. All are thinking like that. But that burden is inside my mind. It is killing me daily. I want to take forgiveness. So please forgive me. Pardon me. I apologize. I committed a mistake. Sorry. And he said, it is easy for you to talk, said Aksinov. But I have suffered for you these 26 years. Where could I go to now? Now where will I go? 26 years over? Now where I'll go? My wife is dead and my children have forgotten me. I have nowhere to go. Even if I go, where I will go? How I will go? Nothing is there. 26 years over. It is not 26 years. My life is over. Makar Semyonich did not rise, but bet his head on the floor. Makar Semyonich, now realizing his mistake, he is beating his head on the floor. Okay, beating his head. He is going on hitting his head in the floor. Please forgive me. Ivan Timurich, forgive me, he cried. When they flogged me with a knot, it was not so hard to bear as it is to see you now. See, when they beat me, when they thrashed me, when they punished me, it was not so hard. But by seeing you, I feel so hard. It is so difficult for me. So I can't bear this pain. Please forgive me. Yet you had pity on me. Yesterday, when they asked about me, you did not tell my name. Had you told, you could have escaped. You could have very well told, because everyone knows that. But you didn't tell. You had sympathy for me. You had pity for me. And did not tell. For Christ's sake, forgive me, wretch that I am. And he began to sob. All these things he told, and he is going on crying. Sobbing means weeping, crying. When Aksinov heard him sobbing, he too began to weep. Aksinov also started to cry. Okay? So both of them are Aksinov as well as Makar Semyonich. Villain and hero, both of them are crying. God will forgive you. Who am I to forgive you? I can't. So God will forgive you, he told. said he. Maybe I am 100 times worse than you, because all are human beings. To err is human, to forgive divine. So, to err is human. Everybody in the world will commit some mistake. I have also committed a lot of mistakes. And at these words, his heart grew light. So, after hearing these words, Aksionau's heart became little light. Earlier it was so burdened, and the longing for home left him. He no longer had any desire to leave the prison, but only hoped for his last hour to come. So both of their heart is now little light. Okay, Makar Semyonich also became little light. Aksionov's heart also became light. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Now, till now he want to escape, but now he doesn't want to go anywhere. Okay, he no want to go. He want to spend here itself, but only hoped for his last hour to come. He is waiting for his death, in spite of what Aksionov had said. Makar Semyonich confessed his guilt, but when the order from the release came, Aksionov was already dead. So now he confessed his guilt. Confessed means telling the truth. I committed a mistake, that this and all he told, and somehow it reached the governor and all. And when the release came, release means releasing from the jail. So that order, decree came, no? So they came to release him, and the sad news is, when the people came, they saw our hero, Aksionov, was already dead in his bed. Okay, so sad only. So dear children, so we do commit a lot of mistakes. So it is better not to commit mistakes at all. If at all we commit a mistake, it is better to regret and take forgiveness. Fine. I hope all of you understood. Thank you.